today's session. Yeah. Myself Jyoti Chaudhary, BSc faculty at NMFC College. I welcome all to the second day of our series of 5-day national level FTP program on enhancing quality research through patent writing and IPR, organized by Computer Science Department of Nirmala Memorial Foundation College of Commerce and Science, Maharashtra, in collaboration with Loyola Academy, Telangana. So today's session walked through research hack writing for publications, and it is my immense pleasure to introduce and celebrate the remarkable achievements of an individual whose dedication, leadership, and commitment to academic excellence are truly exemplary. Please join me in acknowledging Sir Dr. Zakir Hussain, Dean of Research, Loyola Academy, whose contributions have consistently shaped and advanced the fields of education, research, and innovations. So let's have a look on Sir's achievement. So starting with the in 2003, Sir was awarded the Leadership Award by the International Society for Educators and Researchers at the prestigious Lemon Tree Hotel in Gachibowli, Hyderabad on 2nd of April. In the same year, they earned the Best Ideation and Presentation Award at the International Conference on Design and IPR, hosted by the Institute of Engineering and Science, Czech Republic, on 1st April 2023. Furthermore, their invaluable input was recognized globally with the Best Research and Critic Award at the International Meeting of Lawmakers and Entrepreneurs by the Austin Foundation USA on 27th March of 2023. So further highlighting also Sir's international standing, they were recommended by Seoul National University as a participant in the Academic Reputation Survey for the 2021 and 2022 QS World University Rankings. Sir also received the professional membership, including from the Society of Petroleum Engineers and ASTM International USA, both awarded free of cost. So, Sir was invited as an honorable speaker at the Fourth World Congress and Expo on Recycling, which took place in Rome, Italy, and has made significant stride in national and global recognition. So, notably, they were also the first waitlisted candidate for the scientist C post for the Satish Dhawan Space Center ISRO. Also, other notable achievements include the Maulana Azad National Fellowship in 2015, the Institutional Fellowship by RGIPET and TEQIP for pursuing a PhD, as well as a notable academic success in GATE and PGECET, where Sir has secured top ranks. And there are many accolades. Was recently honored with the Extraordinary Staff Achievement Award by Loyola Academy on 7th March 2024, recognizing their outstanding contribution to both academic and professional spheres. And in recognition of their consistent research excellence, Sir was awarded the Best Researcher Award by Loyola Academy on 8th of April 2022, presented by Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya. So it's clear that Sir's journey has been marked by numerous honors and contributions. So, and even many more achievements are there in his kitty. But seeing the time limit, I could only brief about him. So, not for wait, even more, get ready to learn and gain a valuable insight from his expertise. So, again, I welcome Sir. We are honored to have you here and ready to hear from you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction about me. So first of all, I thank the Loyola Academy management as well as the management and organizers of this Nirmala Memorial Foundation for taking this wonderful collaborative initiative. So, so shall I share my PPT, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, respected faculty members who are coming from various institutions nationwide. So today I'm going to present you about the research hack, so writing for publications. So this is a common notion. So research is a common notion for every branch, rather than it's a science, commerce, or whatever, the arts, every branch will have a basic research we have to conduct. Yes, ma'am, I'm audible. Hello.
Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So every branch, every field will have a common notion about the research. So they have to write a publications. So whatever the publication it may be, journal articles, book publications, or book chapters, whatever it may be, monographs and everything. So everything will involve writing the notion for the publications. So going on to the agenda for this day. So we have a following agenda. So overall steps in conducting research. So first of all, we will be wondering where to find a question. So how to find a question. So after finding a question, we need to frame a hypothesis. So that hypothesis has to be tested using the experimentation. So that overall steps I will be highlighting to you. The next coming to the next topic, that is the writing a good manuscript. So there are some notions to write a good manuscript. So that's a basic common procedure for every field of study. So we can jot down the topics and therefore we can write a good manuscript there to communicate. So next, after writing this manuscript, we will be wondering where to submit our research. So what are the right journals for our particular manuscript? We will be wondering there. So how to search for a good journal article, or on what quality control basis we need to select that particular research article or research journal. So that is a venues for dissemination of research, including the search for right journal. So there are many search criteria involved in finding the right journal. So I will be highlighting you and showing you practically how to go through that one. If you carry your abstract, title, or keywords, that's more than enough to find a right journal for your article. Then we have a review process, how the review process will take place. So after conducting a research and after writing a manuscript, so primarily the role of a researcher has been partially ended up there. So after that, you have to go for the review process. So that review process will be handled entirely by the journal. Then the decision will be passed on to you. So after passing on the decision, once again, you have to come to the down the line and work to address the concerns of the reviewers as well as the editors. So there involves a review process. So how many types of reviews are there? I will be just peer review processes are there. So I will be highlighting there. Then next one is the ethics in research. So basically everyone is conducting a research. Everyone is communicating their outcomes to the journals or various mediums. So, but what about the ethics? So because of the culture of publish or perish, so we are now in the lacuna of a strategic location where the institutions are asking us to publish, or otherwise we should be perishing. So that's why we are in a deep trouble where we will be publishing everything, whatever comes to our mind. So whether that is acceptable or not. So through ethics and what are the unethical behaviors, we will be knowing here in the ethics in research. Then finally, the plagiarism. So which is a heinous crime according to the US National Academy of Science. So what are the various types of plagiarisms? So how we can safeguard ourselves from the heinous crime of a plagiarism, I will be just highlighting you. So these are the overall agenda for this particular thing. So then first topic is the overall steps that are involved in the particular conducting of a research. So first we need to have a question or a problem we need to identify. So how do we identify a problem? So by reading a literature, by identifying, by just seeing the outside world, what they are doing, by just seeing our colleagues, what they are doing. So all this comes under the literature review. So whenever you are reviewing a literature that has been published elsewhere, then you will be getting an idea. So what are the gaps or the major gaps in their research, or what are the question marks that are available in their research? So you will be finding out, you will be jotting down all the notions over there, and you will be developing your own question. So how to address that particular gaps in the earlier research which has been come down or which has been published. So then after getting down your question, once again, you will be narrowing your field. So earlier in the literature review, what happens at first, you will be thoroughly reviewing a literature overall wide in a wide spectrum. So after reviewing a wide spectrum, then you will be developing a question. So after developing a question, now you will be having a limited, very limited space where you will be thoroughly reviewing a literature relevant only to that particular question. So after developing a question, so your next step should be once again literature. To develop the question, the first step is literature review. So they will all go in hand or integration in an integral way. They will be moving towards each other. So after that, you will be doing a detailed background review or background research or the literature review. So after getting down to a thorough review or a literature review, then you will be having some basic idea what I have to do and what are the outcomes, expected outcomes, what are the tentative outcomes I'm expecting from that particular question, how to address that one. So you have to frame a linkage between your hypothesis, what you are expecting from that one, that outcome, and what you have find out a question. So this two linkage is nothing but a construct a research hypothesis. So if you do this one, you will be getting that one. So that's the hypothesis. So whether that hypothesis will be successful or not, you will be knowing in the last stage. So until you are going to the last stage, you never know what will be the outcome. So, but you can tentatively fix your outcomes based on your hypothesis development. So after developing your hypothesis, what you need to do, you need to test your hypothesis. So how you will do? If you are a science people, you will be gathering an experiments, or doing an experiments and gathering a data. If you are some arts people or the commerce people, what you will do, you will gather evidences from the published research, or you will gather evidences from the survey reports and everything. So through that one, you can test your hypothesis using the test of the experiments or test of the evidences gathered from elsewhere. Then finally, you have to make a decision here. So whether the procedure is working or not. If your procedure is working according to your expected outcomes, or entirely countering your outcomes, so that you have to make a decision whether it is moving as expected. Then if the answer is yes, you have to analyze the data and draw a conclusions from that one. If your answer is clearly no, then you need not to bother more about that one. Just simply send it to the troubleshooting procedure. So what is the troubleshooting procedure? Once again, you have to go back or get back to the test with an experiment or gathering the evidence data. Then your answer is yes according to the procedure. Then you need to analyze the data and draw a conclusions. After analyzing the data and drawing a conclusion, now you have to check two different mediums. One is whether your results are aligning to the hypothesis, research hypothesis, which we have developed earlier, or whether they are not aligning or they are partially aligning. If they are aligning, well, good. You will be conducting a statistical significance or using some softwares or using some test procedures like student t-square test or chi-square test, whatever the test you prefer. So depending on that statistical analysis, you will be communicating the results through the publication. So now after doing all this procedure, now communicating results can only be happen whenever you are writing through writing for some article as an article form. Whether you can publish in a book or book chapter or monograph or the general article, it doesn't matter. But doing all the step before going to the communication is a crucial step. So then if you don't find any alignment between your research hypothesis and the results or partially aligning, then you have to once again move back to the constructing in research hypothesis. So to do this constructing mechanism, what happens? There are many trial and error methods will be there. So this trial and error methods, you can come to know whether your hypothesis is wrong or your thinking is wrong or your experiment is wrong. So then once again, after troubleshooting, you need to follow the same procedures and finally you will get back to the communicating result stage. So now the data, whatever the data you have gathered, according to you, will be in your hand. So that data we need to frame in a good cinematic way or good in a project way. So you need to represent, you need to communicate through the world, or you need to communicate through the to the peers. So to the editor, to the general editor, to the editor in chief. So how to do that one? So before communicating that one, you need to write down. So whether in a logical way, you need to write down the results. So the next part will be writing a good manuscript. So how to write a good manuscript? So there are popularly two types of articles will be involved. One is the experimental article or research article, we can say, or industrial paper. Or if you say the project, it's a experimental or industrial project, we can say. Then next one is a review article. So review article, you need not to have any experimental work or do anything on a ground. Just you need to review the research papers which has been published elsewhere. So thoroughly, you need to be a critic of that paper. So that type of papers are different. That are somewhat you can it's like a desktop job, so where you can easily sit somewhere else and just read and apply your mind to critique that particular paper. That's a review paper. It's a second type of paper. So primarily we will be involved more in the experimental or industrial or the uh, um, research papers, we can say. So how the general format will look like here? So the general format here is, before you communicate to the general, its general format is straightforward. That's a times New Roman 12 as a font size and 1.5 line spacing. So that's the general format you need to involve. You need not to bother about how to adjust with the general format, how to adjust with the whatever the format which has given by the particular research journal. So you need not to worry about that one. Before review process, you need to frame your article in such a way that it should be suitable for in the general format. That is Times New Roman 12 font and 1.5 line spacing. So what are the different sections which are contained in your manuscript? So first section will be the title. So first, when you open that one, what will be there? The title will be there. So the title should be very crisp, 10 to 15 words. So if you assume this as a cinema, as a project of some cinema, so what they will do, this directors or everyone, so just they will be releasing a teaser. So they will be releasing what will be the tentative title of the particular movie. Okay, what are the glimpses, how the hero will look like, how the heroine will look like. So they will be releasing a teaser there. So that's a crisp and short. So similarly, we as a researcher also will really reveal a crisp title of our paper. So that's we can correlate with the teaser of the cinema. Then next step after the teaser releasing is the cinematic people. What they will do? They will release a trailer in detail, some trailer. So what happened? Some introduction about the actors like a hero, heroine, villain. Then they will carry us towards the main subject of the cinema. Then they will be defining what is the love between a hero and heroine, and what are the obstacles the hero or heroine has to face, and who is the villain, and finally they will be concluding who is going to win. So obviously in the every cinema, hero is going to win. If we are a hero as a researcher, we will be winning definitely. So similar to the trailer, we have a abstract. So some part of introduction, some part of experiment, some part of discussions and conclusions will be included in the abstract. So that also there is a word limit. If you want a good research article to be published, then you should follow this word limits, 150 to 250 articles. Just give in a crisp way and concise way or the clear way. So what you are going to communicate to the particular audience of your paper or readers of your paper, like a trailer. So if trailer reveals everything about the cinema, no one goes to the to watch a movie, right? The same thing will happen with our article also. We should attract the audience. We should attract the readers. So cinema people, they will be attracting the audience. So we as a researcher, we should attract the um, readers to our articles. Then only general people can make money out of that particular publication. Then only your reputation will be built up. So because of your citations, because of the bibliography, whatever they are using in others researchers. Then you will be having the behind your abstract, you will be having a keywords. So in order to index your abstracts or index your paper according to your keywords, according to your field of search, so there will be 4 to 6 keywords shortly. So you need to arrange in a 4 to 6 keywords. Then next we'll be having an introduction. So this introduction page will reveal some part of a literature review, your problem identification, what are the problems, what are the research gaps, which you have identified from the thorough literature review, which you have conducted earlier. Then how you're going to address that gaps in the literature, that will be there in the introduction. So around 1.5 to 2 pages more than enough. If you are revealing more in the introduction, so that will be a redundant introduction we can call as per the scientific nomenclature. So the 2 pages introduction is more than enough. Then experimentation. There is no bound or there is no word limit or there is no page limit for the experimentation. Only condition here in the according to ethics is whenever some layman or some scientific person wants to check your results, they should replicate the results if they conduct your experiments as such. So experiment should be in detail. In detail experiment you need to reveal there. So somebody wants to check your data, then they have to conduct their experiments. They should find a similar results or more or less similar results. The next one will be after conducting an experiment, you will be getting a data. So arranging of data in a sequential way, what you want to discuss, what you want to show to your audience. So that will be coming under results and discussions. So you'll be presenting a result in a graphical format or in a tabular format or whatever the format you just fix it, then you need to discuss accordingly. So here in the discussion and results also, there is no word bound or the page bound. So only thing is you need to relate with the earlier data or you need to reason with the good findings of others or you need to reason with the uh, um, theoretical knowledge of yours. So you need to give a reason why this is happening. If something is increasing, something is decreasing. So you need not to leave there increasing, decreasing. So why it is decreasing, why it is increasing, what is the relationship between them? You need to connect this relationship using the data which has been published earlier, or using the own mind of yours from the theoretical knowledge, or maybe some discussions with the peers and everything. You can find out what are the connections between them. Then there is no word limit or the page limit there. And finally, you will be concluding remarks. You will be giving your concluding remarks on what are the connections between the theoretical knowledge and the practical knowledge. So
Participants, please wait. I think there is some network problem from sir's side. We are resolving the query and sir will be back. Participants, it might take few minutes to solve the technical problem. Please wait. Good afternoon, participants. Due to a power outage and technical issues, the speaker is unable to continue with us today. Therefore, today's session has been rescheduled to tomorrow, February 13th, 2025, from 11:30 to 12:30, followed by the scheduled session until 2:30 p.m. We apologize for any inconvenience caused and appreciate your understanding. Thank you. Same message will be forwarded to the WhatsApp group. Okay, for now, participants can leave this meeting. We will continue today's session tomorrow. Thank you.